So welcome all of you here. It's 4th of August today, and would love to say that till today or right now, there is no notification that the examination will be postponed or anything such. I request all of you to keep on working hard so that we will be there in the examination, because any distraction this time will be costly. Let's start the session without any delay, and this time we are going to have the new adequacy based mock, and that is pretty impressive, and we are going to see that. Before that, let me just mark that one can grab flat 60, I was supposed to say 50, flat 60% off on all SSC subscriptions, maybe the test one, the batch one, the course one, or anything such. Use the code BDAY, birthday bash, because it ends on 6th of August, to grab flat 60% off, be it the SSC subscriptions or the railway or the combo ones. And yes, I can show you for sure the new pattern, because in the reattempt mode probably it's not visible that clearly, but for sure let me show you that the new pattern is live at Oliveboard also. And yes, you are requested to get comfortable, because I myself took a bit of time while changing segments here, clicking save and next, because by default your finger comes here, your mouse pointer comes here. You can check how many of those you've answered, time left, the sections you've completed left, and everything such. And yes, the most important part is it is up above now, all the controls are out there. And beyond that, a very good point to notice, you have this, just a sec, zoom in, zoom out feature. Zoom in beneficial for those tiny questions, zoom out beneficial for those RC and parajumbles, where we may have to scroll. Oh, that's so long, it takes a lot of time to go through this and such. Okay, do go through these. Let's go ahead. I need not submit this. Just a sec. Yes. Let's go in seconds. Please answer carefully, and that's a good one here. Stage is all yours. Reducing brightness so that it'll be clearer. It should be. Welcome all of you here. Adarsh, Om Namah Shivaya, brother. Esther, Hare Krishna. Shweta, Harar Mahadev. Prakta, Nitish, Rohit. God bless you, brother. Bubbly, Sumedha, Nancy, Jai Janendra. Oh, it's Owl Awareness Day today. Wow. Great. Radhe Radhe, Jai Kali, Kajal, Kamal, Heartbeat, Anikesh, Rohit, Saloni, Divyanshi, Neha, Rohit, and all of you here. Avijit, Arvind, Diya, Neha, Vaishnavi, Dimple, Jai Shri Shyam, Kamal, Renu, and yes, Nancy, sound of raining here. Tomorrow will be sunny. Is that the part of narration or in real? Okay, here we go. The manager will review the applications tomorrow. You must be talking about this tomorrow, right? Will review. So were reviewed, no, that's future. Have been, but that's future. Are, but that's future. That has to be the answer. We can't skip anything. Need not check the other, because you just had one unanimous answer. Manish, welcome Mohini. Jai Jagannath. Ajay, welcome brother. Shiraj, Swagat, Swagat and Swagat brother. Man of the match. Quick. Welcome, Radhe Radhe, Manu. Quick. Okay. Unless something totally unexpected happens, if it doesn't happen, and oil blank space below $50 a barrel, fares will continue to rise. So unless oil comes below, that means if it doesn't come below this rate, fares will continue to rise. You have to mark something that brings it below this point, because if it doesn't, fares will continue to rise. Get behind is like, whoa, if I get behind someone, like we follow someone on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, etc., we just like so that we get behind them. We enjoy so that we get behind them in order to follow them. When you punch something in, you input data at the time or there. Look out, hey, watch out, be careful in that sense. The only option which defines oil price must come below $50 a barrel. Drop back, decline, come below, lower than, the only appropriate choice out there. Okay, objections welcome. Shiraj, you are a man of word, man. Ronesh Radhakrishna. I hope all of us have gone through this story in Hindi or in any language, the Midas touch. There was a king, he used to think like, whatever I touch shall turn into gold. And he got the, once he touched the table, became gold. Touched the chair, became gold. He was very happy. Doing the same stuff in the evening when he sat for dinner, when he touched, it became gold. What should I eat now? Because anything that I touch becomes gold. So it defines something to improve. If you got the Midas touch, when you touch something, when you are a part of something, things improve. That should be the context of this idiom, wherever you use. She's the kind of artist with the Midas touch. How? Because her paintings sell for millions. Exactly. So let's check. Every business venture that young person started became profitable within a very short time. And that's the value of Midas touch. Became profitable. That's the positivity going up. Okay. He was known for his extreme love of gold and decorated lavish house. Come on, idioms don't have their literal meaning. Those who understand Hindi, dal mein kale mein dal nahi hoti. So it doesn't have gold in the literal sense. Despite the best efforts, the project he managed eventually failed. That's not the value of Midas touch or the meaning. She touched the golden artifact very carefully. Idioms don't have their literal meaning. The only and the first one. I did see Sharaj. I swear I did see. I was having lunch at the time, 4 p.m. So I did see the last Yorker of yours. I swear I did see. From 4 to 4:35. Exactly. Which of the following idioms mean to behave erratically, to be prone to sudden, unpredictable changes in mood or behavior? Have a bee in one's bonnet is also similar to this, but it doesn't define unpredictable changes in mood or behavior. It is like you are preoccupied with something. You have a bee in your bonnet. You have something that you are preoccupied with, thinking about the same, talking about the same, and such. Not unpredictable changes in the mood. It's the same. Preoccupied with something. Wear your heart on sleeves. If I be honest, if I say that, you confess everything so easily because you wear your heart out there on your sleeves. So you confess, you become honest, straightforward, above board and such, which is not the case here. Keep your ear close to the ground. You become attentive, listening to things carefully, paying attention, attentive it is. Yes, blowing hot and cold. You can easily infer, in case you don't know the meaning of this idiom, sometimes it blows hot, sometimes it blows cold. That can be related to the unpredictable change. Sometimes hot, sometimes cold. And that is the meaning of the idiom. So blowing hot and cold. Yes, Praktha. After your class. Isha. Manish. Saloni. Praktha. 2 more days and we'll be on track. Absolutely. When you confer, you give someone something. The governor said he will withhold judgment, he will not give judgment in simple words until he receives the committee's report. So the tone is here, he would confer judgment, he would withhold judgment. He's not willing to have the final call. So receive is fine, but it is about this, not about judgment and such. Report, no relation. Said, not at all, no relation. Confer is to give, pronounce, withhold, not to give, not to finalize. Withhold, still on hold, the opposite. Yes, there are many conferences where you get your degree and such. When it comes to standard universities of dawn, Oxford, Cambridge, Massachusetts, and all. Great heartbeat. CGL 2024. Yes, absolutely. Syllables are actually the letters or the combination of letters which can be pronounced at once. Like repetition should be a 3-syllable word. Initial, 3-syllable word. Sound is a 2-syllable word. These are the letters. For example, if I write my name in Hindi, Kapila, that's a 3-syllable word. So the repetition of consonant sounds in 2 or more neighboring words like round, Rocky, Ralph, ran, and such. Repeating R, CGL 2024. Syllables, no. Malapropism, I hope you know. For humor, when you put something in place of something which sounds a bit similar, for humor, I hope you remember. Shweta. What a performance, sir. Heads off in place of heads off is malapropism. Recitation, I remember the poem, yes, just a sec. Let me recall. Recite, bring back to memory, recall and such. Alliteration shows the repetition of, I'm sorry, but I know my native tongue once, those who understand Hindi. Khadak Singh ke khadakne se khadakti hain khidkiyan. Chandu ke chacha ne chandu ki chachi and such. Repeating the same letter at the beginning. Whoa, Wild winds whispered. Shikha. Okay, the firefighters made use of this form as this and that. The use of this form is, but that's past. The firefighters subject made verb use of this and that object. So no is out there. Judicious use of that was made by the firefighters seems good. The firefighters were made, but that's active and that's the subject, must be the object. No, although that's passive from the verb point of view, but the subject remains the subject, which is not possible. And that would have made no would, no have out there. So the only option, the second one. Choose the pair of synonyms from the underlined words. Eloquent, the one who can speak perfectly, fluently, and such. Expressive, the one who can express his words. So, yep, they are synonymous. Articulate, fine. Language is language. Prose and poetry are the way we write something in a language. So, although they are synonymous, but not synonyms of each other. A language is a different part, but the way we write in a language is prose. So close but not synonymous. We have a better choice. We already have a better choice. Captivated. Wow. Vividness is something which is energetic, not that close. Beauty and intrigued, not at all related. When you have the inquisitiveness, you're curious about something, beauty, nope. So the most appropriate, I would say, the synonym pair here, no, maybe, no, most appropriate. Both define the same. Okay. Spellings are incorrect. Find the sentence with the correctly spelled words. Okay, perfect, Nancy. Talking about Katura Tal in Gwalior, Shweta. Okay, first of all of us know tsunami doesn't start with a S, with an S. That's a Japanese word, starts with a T. So impossible, impossible. Just first and second. Tsunami, waves, devastated. Coastal is not EL. In English, we usually make adjectives by putting AL at the end, not EL and such. So, no, we have a better choice. Can't consider? Nope. Just one option. Haters will say B is not the correct answer. Why? The alliteration of B, 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 B? Heartbeat, do you want some conjunction? I have one extra. Willing to confer. Those who are saying C shall be made murgas or murgis as per their gender, because they have the audacity to say he said. No one will. In past tense, we don't have will. Chal ki bhed. Don't do that. Thank you, Nancy. No need for of. Sorry. Be careful. No problem. In D, we don't have the conjunction. What's wrong in B? Please comment who were saying D. See the first one. He said, she said, doesn't matter. In theory, no one would be the smartest person in the room because of the depth of talent, and we still all thought Butler was the smartest person in the room. He has a brilliant in such. Let's eliminate. You can't say will, it got dropped. You can't say has, it got dropped. Now D doesn't have a conjunction. He said, in theory, no one. Fine. That could have been the Hobson's choice if we had all wrong options. You know the meaning of Hobson's choice. But we have a better choice. Let's eliminate this. He said that, okay, in theory, no one would be the smartest person in the room because of the depth of talent, but we becomes they, still all, that was thought. We all thought, past indefinite, becomes past perfect, so had thought is all perfect. And he was the smartest, past indefinite becomes past perfect again. He had been the smartest person in the room, and he has becoming had. What's wrong? It has a conjunction also. Correct. It doesn't have a conjunction, so pick the better choice. Okay. One more thing, it is they all thought. It's not past perfect. That's already past indefinite, should be past perfect. That is all thought and all thought. Doubts welcome. Heartbeat. Dear, absolutely. They are lengthy, they are not difficult. Exactly, Shikha. I was willing to listen to that first. You guys noticed you are correct. That superior than is not correct. But even before that, more superior, just a sec, superior itself is comparative. You can't say more superior, drop it. And yes, those 9 ninjas in English, senior, junior, superior, inferior, posterior, anterior, prefer, prior, and elder, take a 2, not then. Gone, all in the same fraction. Got this wrong. Yes, much superior should have been correct. Yep, brother. Nitish, be safe, brother. The rivers are overflowing their banks. Prakta. Remember SSC Stano sentence that day? She was feeling such, so we have decided she was feeling such, so we have decided we will take her to the hospital. Perfect. She was feeling such, that's why we have decided that we will take her, say, to hospital and such. No heartbeat. No, no, brother. Although I got this wrong, later on I got the correction. I didn't get this correct. I got this wrong. Fine. So the same is here. The nuclear issue did not come in for discussion, but the implications, how India-China relations develop under the new Indian government will be in nuclear domain also. You could have said V2 here if the result should have been in past again. But nothing here. That is past. He did not say that. So I think we should go there. We will go there. That is all possible. Dia, I was thinking of the same. So I clicked the same fraction you are saying, dropping off and putting a conjunction here. That, although that is correct, but since we don't have no error, probably this, but I got this wrong. But the correction was good using a phrasal verb that I fear the most. Okay, you don't come in for discussion, and you may be a human being, come, who may come in for discussion. When we talk about a topic, it comes up for discussion, to bring some topic for discussion, that is come up for discussion. So that was the problem. Okay, come up for discussion. Especially for topics, we use come up. And I made another mistake here. Yes, Nitish. Yes, brother. Once you reach income tax or any department, will have pretty soon, brother. Arvind. Thank you. Uh, Rohit, what I thought, the only, I got two wrong in this mock, and these are the two, the previous one and this one. See, we were in probably a city of Modi ji, there, a lovely old city. Okay, that's a city, but ambiguity here, this may be the city or that may be the city. Okay, a lovely old city of cobbled streets, which it's not actually one but two blank space. this and that. Okay, but everyone went in this or that, seemed to be talking India, more precisely India, the world famous caves near Aurangabad. Okay, so I thought you are just talking about one city, and there may be, just like Parliament, the upper house. I thought, and I was wrong. So I'm not justifying my answer. Upper house, lower house, maybe two regions, but I got this wrong. Need not bring anything from your own side, and I got this wrong because I brought something from my own side, assuming it may be house and house, when the passage clearly states that's an old city. Got that. Cities. This one and that one. Avoiding that ambiguity. Now that may be location, then it may be a village also then. So, but heartbeat, we were wrong, brother. You and I, okay, I and you went wrong. I thought the same way, maybe location or region or such. Quick. Okay, that's actually not one but two cities. There is this base one, the lower one, at the base of the blank space hills. Now that is your common sense. Hilly hills? Come on, that's more superior. Putting a superfluous statement, hilly hills. Leveled hills, if they are leveled, why are you saying lower and upper? If that's already leveled, that means there should be a difference out there. Upper, lower, there are two. So you can't say leveled. Gaping hills. Yes, you know the meaning of gape? A couple of days ago, that was yawning. How can hills yawn? I'm not still aware of this. Rocky. Unanimous answer again when it comes to hills and all. And the upper one, which is marked on the blank space. Praktha, 20. Somehow 20, that means 40, should be a good score. 42, brilliant. Because I got 2 wrong. So a student will get wrong for sure. Praval, no problem. No Abhijit, no Nancy, because we are all talking about hills. Now, you are talking about the lower part of the hills or the upper part of the hills, Shweta. We cannot say hill, beta. The previous statement did mention hill. So we are talking about the hill. For example, if I say something such as there, we have a city here, we have a city here. This is the lower part, the lower one at the base of the hill. And that's the, would you say hill? Would you say hill? Obviously, that's also the part of hill. That's also the part of hill. So we can't say hill. Shikha. Rohit. And that's a good one. Yes. You can't say cliff either because cities cannot be built on cliffs. Cities will be jumping on a daily basis. We have cliff jumping. So you can't pick that either. Valley should be going down, cannot be the upper part. Remember Mount Everest and all? The peak. Exactly. Get the keywords. Lower at the base of, upper at the top of, and the top should be the peak of a hill. The apex. Yep. And everyone seemed to be talking blank space India. The fixed preposition talk, discussing. Talk is a verb, discuss is a verb, concern is a verb, regard is a verb. Just one preposition talking about a certain blank space in India, the world famous caves near Aurangabad. So what do you say? This location is a visit, is a stage, is a museum, is a site. Perfect. Saloni, visit is the process when we go there. Let's visit the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal can't be a visit. Whoa, Rohit, better to say World Heritage Sites. Perfect. No, no, Saloni. World Heritage visits, stages, museums, World Heritage Site, the world famous. Great. Thank you, Rohit, for the easier keyword. UNESCO World Heritage Site. That was obscure. Meaning remained a puzzle. That must be... It was obscure, that means not clear. That was something like a puzzle, that means not clear. And not clear, but explicit is clear. Lucid is clear, manifest is show, that means clear. Just end-to-end encryption, not clear, cryptic. The main findings of the paper were highlighted by the professor. Past indefinite again, were highlighted by the professor. So the professor highlighted this or that. The professor highlighted, okay, highlights, but that's past, is highlighting, but that's past, will highlight, but that's past. Great. Introduction of the topics, the descriptive one. There are several differences between this and that. Plus, since the grounds grow, shouldn't be after this plus. However, should be the contrast. There are several differences between vertical farming and the traditional type of farming. In some ways, vertical farming, you are talking about this and that, and can start talking about one of those now. In some ways, vertical farming is better for this because it uses that and that and that. C, the first one for sure. Okay, a couple of options. D cannot be the first one. CA, the better choice, and that should be the answer. And it is. Just for the sake of formality, in examinations I won't skip. पढ़ के देख लेता हूँ एक बार. There are several differences between vertical farming and traditional type of farming. In some ways, vertical farming is better for the environment because it uses less land, water, fertilizer than the traditional farming. Plus, then it should be plus if you say, talking about something such, vertical farming, and that should be better. You must mention such. Since the plants are grown indoors, fewer pests and diseases, yes. That was positive. Sorry. That was positive. It's better for the environment, and this is also positive. So farmers might not need to use as many pesticides and such to keep them healthy. Fine, fewer pests and all. However, building the vertical farm and equipping requires large amount of energy. So that's the negativity put with however. Perfect, no problem. Let's finalize. Good evening, Ankit. Once again, CADB. Okay. The first one is fixed. Good morning, teacher. I had a question about the math homework. C, as you say. Of course, feel free to ask a question. Yep, C is a better choice and available in just one. Let's confirm this. I didn't understand how to solve the parajumbles in yesterday's session. Let's go over it step by step. First of all, you need to define the sentence starting with a noun. One can grab my humor. Oh, so we put the noun ones first, right? Exactly. Start with a noun and put the pronouns later. Yes, 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 yes. Done. Go through the RC quick. 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 It was terribly cold. Little girl sat shivering as near as she could to get the front of the grocer's shop. Sometimes gave a hot chocolate to drink, but not today, as his wife was helping tend to the many last-minute shoppers at the store. She believed her attire lowered the tone of their shop and did not encourage her to stay there. She could not help her appearance as she only had one set of clothes, were very well and truly threadbare, and offered no insulation against freezing snow and ice. The holes in the soles of her shoes had allowed water to gather and turn to ice. Smell of roasting goose and boiled potatoes wafted around in the air, and the growling in her stomach reminded her that she had not eaten that day. What was waiting for her at home? If she was lucky, some stale bread and the end of sausage would have been left if it was too unpalatable for her drunken father. Shoppers were hurrying past. No one took any notice of her. She was used to that, and she knew she made a pitiful sight, and that made more well to do persons feel guilty. Some of them thought if they had more time, they might stop and talk to her, but they consoled themselves that there would be more time tomorrow, and tomorrow they might try to help. Unfortunately, there was little anyone could do because most of them were aware of her father's bad temper and knew it was only sensible to steer clear of him and his daughter. Why did she, his wife, not give her chocolate that day? She did not like her personally. She was tired of giving her special treatment on a regular basis. She thought her attire would lower the standard of their shop, marked in the passage. Now it's not GS, we have to remember. Everything must be marked here. She believed that her attire lowered the tone of their shop. Which of the following defines the condition of the protagonist in the passage? She was arrogant. The first of all, protagonist is the main character, the hero, the lead, the main one. And you can see the main one was that girl in the passage, a little girl. Hmm, trouble. The main character of your play, drama, art, and such. Arrogant, she wasn't. She was poor and she was lonely. She was poor, but she wasn't angry. She was humble, but she wasn't rich. Select the most appropriate antonym of the word ignorant from the passage. Great, Shikha. Come here. Chatak and Patak. Now sit there. Thank you, Praktha. Antonym, not synonym. Without the question, please don't answer. Antonym of the word ignorant from the passage. Conscious, yes, the one who is ignorant, the one who ignores, the one who is conscious. Yep, that may be correct. Pitiful cannot be ignorant. Aware can also be, because ignorant is unaware. Antonyms should be aware and conscious, but you have to pick from the passage. In the passage, I can see most of the town's folk, people, were aware of her father's bad temper. So from the passage, aware. Last but not the least, no problem, don't be. Though they fought bravely, they could not capture the city, and after losing several men, they blank space to their ships and sailed back to Greece. What's the first one? Is that a word, or it's been exaggerated? Kajal, grammar, they, subject. So you need a verb here, and that too in the past tense. The whole situation belongs to past. They fought, they could not. After losing many people, they went back. Can I say they went back to their ships and they sailed back to Greece? So we need a verb here. No problem. Withdrawal is a noun form. Although it is contextually correct, but not the word we needed. Reassess, re-evaluate, evaluate again. They were not evaluating to their ships. They went back to their ships and they sailed back to their hometown. Flee, fine, but flee is used for battlefield, which is also correct here. But. We didn't need V1. We needed V2. And flee is first form. The second form is fled. You have a sentence in your sheet. Fled from the battlefield. So that is also wrong. The third one is a noun form. Retreat, go back to, especially for army and such. Perfect. And that is from, not to. Yes, Priya, you are correct. Yes. To shall not be there after withdrawal. Okay. So finishing this pretty good test that literally forced us to use our brains. Not the typical one, despite of more batter, although we had some more batter in this one. I request all of you to just pay attention so that things won't go wrong for us. And yes, would love to see you in the classes. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. We are starting a new course for IBACIO. If one has filled the form or is willing to, most welcome. Starting Wednesday. Thank you everybody here. Catch me in the evening at 5 on a daily basis. Thank you. Thanks a lot for being here, all of you. Thank you Saloni, Arvind, Suman, Praktha, Adarsh, Akash, Neha, Harar Mahadev, Babli, Kajal, Jai Ma Kali. Thank you. Neha, Esther, thanks a lot. Ronesh, Nitesh, Shikha, Divyanshi, Ajay, Jai Jagannath, brother. Priya, Praktha, yes. Ignorance and evil deeds are darkness. Or darkness is ignorance and evil deeds. Saloni, thank you. Shweta, Wrinkle, Vaishnavi, Mohini, Rohit, thank you so much, brother. Ronesh, lovely, Renu, Dia, thank you so much. Dia, thank you so much for the words. Thank you, Heartbeat. Saloni, drop me a message. I will send you some totka that may work. Please drop me a message. Nancy, perspicacious, philosophical, and stupendous session. Thank you so much, beta. Always. Adarsh, thank you, brother. Orders shall be followed, but after tomorrow. Thank you, brother. Isha, Praval, bye-bye. Ankit, yes. No, Vijit, don't say. Please. Thank you so much. You two are one of the finest. Thank you. Rohit and Chandroday, thank you, hey dear. Oh, Saloni, it shall be alright because... Okay, drop me a message. Please, Saloni. Thank you, everyone here. See you.